Hey, how's it going, everyone? A happy Thursday. Once again, we are tracking high fire danger around here. Red flag warnings will continue until 9 o'clock tonight. Actually 10 o'clock further into southern Colorado, 9 o'clock for the Front Range. But man, if you have been outside, I'm sure you get it. 50, 60 mile per hour wind gusts just charging across Colorado. Plus, we're looking at an incredibly dry air mass coming our way from the desert southwest. So we don't have a lot of moisture out there. We have these fierce winds. Temperatures not quite as hot as yesterday, but still, these all are ripe fire conditions for us. So kind of keep this in mind if you live in the area that is in pink. We're all about the fire danger today. Wind gusts easily around parts of the metro area already in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range, like through Aurora, Centennial, south toward Monument Hill, Broomfield, kind of getting in on the wind. And then if you're driving up into the mountains, the foothills, I wouldn't be surprised if you do see 60 to 70 mile per hour winds out there, and a pretty similar setup going off to our eastern plains. This is going to be so dusty too. So kind of keep that in mind if you're driving in that direction. I wanted to show you our statewide wind gust map just so you can kind of get a good idea. It's not just the Front Range up in the mountains and into the foothills, the eastern plains that are dealing with this. Much of southern Colorado too, into Colorado Springs. They have 55 mile per hour wind gusts. Right now, 2 fires have just broken out really within about the past 45 minutes time. So we're monitoring that situation, and certainly it could be a situation that we see in and around the metro area if we aren't careful. So today is the day we really have to be vigilant with our outdoor activities. The humidity values have dropped dramatically. Early this morning, we had a bit of moisture in the atmosphere. We had an easterly flow that was kind of bringing us some of that moisture. But now that the drier air mass is pushed in, these humidity values in the single digits, 6% in Denver, Centennial through Aurora, 7% around Broomfield, 9% in Longmont. It's just bone dry out there. Again, like I said, the good news is the temperatures aren't quite as hot as yesterday. Remember, yesterday we tied the record at 90 degrees out at DIA, or more so in the mid to upper 60s here for the metro area, 70s in Littleton as well as Longmont already, with some 40s and 50s up in the mountains. So the cooler temperatures helping us out a bit, but still the winds and the drying conditions, if we get one spark, you can see it's going to send these fires just soaring. 68 right now at a DIA, winds out of the west about 15 to 20 miles per hour. It will get even warmer off to the eastern plains in the mid to upper 80s. Some 70s for us here for the city, and then 50s mainly up in the mountains. As we look across the state, it is dry. I know, we wish we could kind of get in on the action with all those thunderstorms that are cruising across parts of Wyoming. The panhandle of Nebraska will be getting in on the action, as well as South Dakota, Montana, looking at some really nice rain. This has been the problem. A lot of people have been asking me, why has it been so windy? It is because of the storm track. Our storm track has been staying to the north. Our neighbors up there, they're getting the rain, the snow, the thunderstorms. For us, we have just been watching the cold fronts pushing through, and that has created these winds that have been kicking up dramatically, kind of day after day after day. So we really need to get these storms that come in and kind of sink into southern Colorado so we can benefit on some of that moisture that they bring. And for now, the storm track really has been keeping most of these to the north, not necessarily helping us out in the precipitation department really at all. Tonight we stay dry, mostly clear, temps falling into the upper 30s and lower 40s. For the metro area, pretty mild off to the eastern plains with some spots in the 30s up into the high country. Again, the futurecast keeping most of the moisture to our north, to our east. By tomorrow morning, we wake up once again to some sunshine. Winds will be a bit more breezy tomorrow, not quite as wild as what we're looking at this afternoon, with a few increasing clouds out to the northwestern mountains. Again, these storms, they're just staying to our north. So we're getting the wind, we're getting a few clouds, but really not that beneficial moisture that we so desperately need around here. Tomorrow is going to be pretty similar to today, temperature wise, back into the mid 70s. We'll have mostly sunny skies, winds out of the northwest between 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'm hoping that the gusts don't get quite as wild as what we're looking at today, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a few spots in Colorado with still a red flag warning or a fire weather watch in place. For the metro area, we'll stay in the mid 70s, 60s around Evergreen, 59 in Estes Park, and then still mild and still above average, keep in mind, into northern Colorado too. This is a look at the 7-day forecast. We'll be back into the 80s Saturday and Sunday. Of course, if you're heading out to the Colfax Marathon, it is going to be pretty toasty. I know the race starts early, the 5K on Saturday, as well as the marathon 6 a.m., but still really mild conditions, a lot of sunshine out there. SPF, SPF, SPF. That's all I can say. Next week gets a little bit more interesting. I am still tracking temperatures that are going to be running about 15 degrees above our average, but it does look like we might be able to get a little moisture in here. Hopefully, my fingers are crossed for Tuesday afternoon. Storms look a bit more isolated next Wednesday, and then possibly next Friday, we could be looking at another storm. So there is a little hope on the horizon looking ahead toward next week. So kind of keep that in mind. I'll be watching it, of course, with my fingers crossed as well, that we can just get some rain in here, because typically May is our wettest month on record. You know, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments box here on Facebook. I'm just checking in. Hi, Seth. I am doing great on this Thursday. Hope you are too. Audrey, hello. I'm trying not to blow away. They're keeping me in the studio, which is so nice on a day like today. Hi, Einar. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Norway. I love that. Oh, good. On your lunch break, Nick. A little bit windier today than yesterday, and a high, or I should say a current temp of 69 in Westminster. Awesome. Thank you for weather reporting for us. Awesome. It doesn't look like anyone has any questions or comments, so I'll leave it at that. Again, be careful if you're outside today. High fire danger will continue until late tonight, but hopefully there is a little relief on the horizon. I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye.